All right, welcome back. All right, do me a favor, hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn off your notifications so you're notified when we go live. Saraki returns, leads PDP's most critical mission yet. What mission are we talking about? Saraki chairs PDP Governor's 7-member Reconciliation Committee. As published on Punch Nigeria today, the People's Democratic Party Governors Forum and former governors have named ex-Senate President Bukola Saraki as the head of a 7-member reconciliation committee. Announcing this to journalists after a key meeting on Monday in Abuja, Chairman of the PDP Governors Forum and Bauchi State Governor Bala Muhammad said the committee's mandate is to engage party members and foster unity ahead of the party's National Executive Committee meeting on May 27 and its National Elective Convention scheduled for August. Since the 2023 elections, the PDP has been plagued by internal strife. Conflicts deepened after a fallout between Governor Sim Fubara and former Governor Nyesom Wike in Rivers State, along with leadership disputes in the South-South zone and the unresolved vacancy of the National Secretary since December 2024. Despite interventions from the party's top organs, including the National Working Committee, Board of Trustees, NEC, and the Governors Forum, efforts to heal the rift have only intensified internal divisions. So we know, as far as we are concerned, PDP has collapsed a long time ago. Abi, isn't that the case, Chief? What is going on here? What do you think about this move? Is this a good move in the right direction?
I will disagree with you concerning the view that the party has collapsed, that PDP has collapsed a long time ago.
It has not.
It may be on its way out, and it may be on its way.
Is it hanging on a thin thread?
It could be.
Is President Tinubu taking over and buying everybody away from? What is going on with PDP?
That is what the popular view is, that Nigeria faces a threat of becoming a one-party state. That cannot also be dismissed casually. However, let me say that I think this thing could swing either way. Maybe a rebirth for PDP, or that the party will slip into coma and then probably find it so difficult to be revived. That said, this task that has just been given to former Senate President, former Governor Bukola Saraki, will be a daunting one for that matter. Do not forget that Saraki himself is a major architect of what PDP is experiencing today. It was so easy for him to join with others in the name of New PDP then, alongside former Governor Rotimi Amechi, and 5 governors left from PDP to team up with them. Then CNC, what's the name of ACN? What's it called? A splitter group from ABGA, and then the defunct ANPP to float the new party that has now become a phenomenon in Nigeria, the All Progressives Congress, APC. That said, why it's going to be difficult for Saraki to be able to really accomplish this mission that has been cut out for him is because people will point out to the fact that he was part of the original rebellion that weakened the base of PDP. I hope you understand the point I'm making.
Absolutely, I'm getting you.
Yeah.
I'm following.
And then he finds his way back to the mainstream of PDP and led a formidable, a formidable resistance within that body while he was the Senate president and was able to balance things up. Whatever they did that made him to pull out of he and people like Atiku to pull out of the contraption they had in at that stage, only God knows. But elements like Wike, Sheyi Makinde and co, who mutinied the so-called G5 governors, who mutinied during the last 2023 elections, are they going to be able to cooperate with Saraki in this mission to save the soul of PDP? We do not know. Would Baba Bode George, who is also a prominent board of trustees members, would he be willing as well? One thing that I have also noticed at the initial stage, there were prominent women politicians like Chief Mrs. Titi Ajanaku, Olori Titi Oluyede, Mrs. Barrister Josephine Aneni, and so on and so forth, that were active in PDP in those days. Apart from Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan and some people in the Senate, tell me any prominent woman member of the PDP today. So that is why I said the whole thing has to be re-engineered completely. They go back to the drawing board, make sure they go from precinct to precinct, preaching the gospel of this umbrella that must be made whole again. Not sewn up. Maybe they have to pick new ones and then have this rainbow coalition of Nigerians. And for people like Atiku, who have been accused of maybe exploring and hobnobbing with turncoats, original turncoats, and traitors like Nasir El-Rufai. Remember, El-Rufai became everything he could in PDP, whether as the DG of a Bureau for Public Enterprise, whether as Minister of FCT, and then all of a sudden, that party was not good enough for him. He teamed up with the other renegades elsewhere to form APC. Today, he's gone to Social Democratic Party, and this is the same person who said all kinds of unpredictable words about Atiku then, that is now kissing up to Atiku in the name of coalition. So maybe Atiku needs to first go through things, details with his political household before settling for somebody like Nasir El-Rufai. But that said, the man who is in there, like the mole in the house, the giant in the room, the disruptor, yes, Wike, how are they going to contain him? And do not forget also Ayodele Peter Fayose, the former governor of Ekiti State, that has already awarded victory to Bola Tinubu even before the election of 2027 is conducted. How are you going to talk to all these people? Now, one last point that I want to make, Ola, is this. Sure. The same court system in Nigeria that is always saying that, oh, they lack local standing, jurisdiction to entertain internal political party squabbles. But the same ones that granted Nyesom Wike the injunction that he carries around that cannot be expelled from PDP and what have you. If somebody has become such a snake that even in his death, he continues to stare and scatter the firewood with which is to be burned, of what use is that person to the household? So I think the judiciary itself should check its role in all these intractable political fights in Nigeria, and then understand that cannot be seen as taking sides. Whatever Wike and his courts take before the law courts, they get reprieve. Everybody else is coming such a person is shut down. That does not really show that the system is fair and just to everyone. Good luck to former Senate President Olusola Saraki. Bukola Saraki. I've mentioned the name of his father. May so rest. Now, Dr. Bukola Saraki, I wish him well, and I pray that he succeeds at it, because it is not going to blow us any good for PDP to just go comatose like that. No, we need PDP. And better still, if all the opposition parties that are willing tools in the hands of the whoever is engineering the entire ruffle, if all the opposition parties can come together, I think the best we have ever had in Nigeria came during the SDP NRC days, when Babangida engineered it or committed unprecedented political suicide by annulling the June 12th thing. If anybody is thinking, I think, yes, there could be all kinds of, like we have in the US, there are more than two political parties there, but America is a two-party state. That we know. It's always between Democrats and Republicans. If we can have such an arrangement in Nigeria, it will be too great. Because what all these ones are doing now is to just polarize the country. We were better united in the days of NRC and SDP. That is my view.
One last question for you, sir. Let's end it like this, right?
Right.
What is the health of the competition? The health of the competition between a Saraki and an Atiku presidency, potentially?
It's unequal. But the disadvantage for Saraki is that North Central state where he is from. Kwara State, he will not be seen fully as Yoruba. He will not be seen fully as a northern politician. Yes, but you can also fault him because of the accident of the place of his birth or his place of nativity, or what do you call it? His home base. You can't fault him, but honestly, I am of the opinion that Atiku should be willing, dedicated, but I'm not one of those who requires him because of his age to jettisoning the vision or dream of running for president again. I'm not one of those. But I think if he sees wisdom in backing a much younger Nigerian, wholeheartedly, sparing no dime, whatever he has, back whoever. And I would think that between the generations of Bukola Saraki and Omoyele Sowore, I think we should take a bet on who can really salvage Nigeria. And my thinking about that, I think Sowore would do a better job than all these people. We have seen them at their best.
But he would do a terrible political job before he actually gets the office. Because he's not a politician. He's not a politician now. This guy is not a politician. He would do a terrible, even if he was here in America.
What you are calling a terrible stuff, we know what it is. Everybody is scared. Everybody touted that about Buhari when he got there. In spite of his pretenses as top general, he developed a COVID. He could not fight corruption. He himself got drowned in the corruption, and he was exposed.
Before you get a chance to fight corruption, you have to be a good politician first.
Who told you Sowore is not a good politician? Has he fought with you before?
Sowore, I'm inviting you to this show. Come and explain yourself. You are a terrible politician. It's not going to happen for as long as is what we know as Sowore as politician. And you have to be a good politician first before you can have a chance to fix corruption.
I will not hold brief of Sowore, but I think what everybody is scared about is that he's going to build more prisons, and he's going to, smoke out whatever looted resources. What Buhari could not do, people in our generation may be able to do that. That's That is my honest opinion about Showore. I think he will take on any of them. He will take on any of them.
All of that, all of that is a testament to how terrible he is as a politician. The fact
So
that he will tell so much truth, he will sabotage himself from ever having the chance in that office or getting to office is essentially what I'm talking about. The fact that he cannot sell us, he will, in the name of I'm going to tell the truth, not sell us that he's going to be. He need to sell all of us, not just me and you.
No, you mean he should sell himself to us or that he should sell us? No, I don't want to be sold to slavery. You mean he should sell himself to us, market himself to us?
Nobody wants to be sold. Nobody wants to be the mumu or the sucker,
Okay.
right? But the point is that he needs to do a good job at selling himself.
Okay.
If he can't do that because quote unquote Nigerians are just dumb, they just want to vote for their oppressors, because that would be the explanation. If that's what he's going to say, he is a testament to how terrible he is as a politician.
I agree with you. I'm a journalist here. I'm not a salesman for Showore. I will give him this open invitation. He should come. I mean, but I think he's doing a good job of marketing himself already.
Not as a politician, not as a potential president of a democratic process. Is people are not that smart. They are also not that dumb at the same time.
I agree.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you are notified when we go live. Thank you so much. Hopefully you've been enlightened, educated. We'll see you on the next edition of Sharp Edge News TV. Bye now.